It's election day in America, and the eyes of the country and much of the world are fixed on New York City. In a sea of apathy and fatigue, something rare is happening. Zoran Mandani, a son of immigrants and a democratic socialist and a relentless advocate for ordinary people, is favored to win the mayoral race. His platform is not radical, it's rational. Affordable housing, fair wages, public transit that actually serves the public, and an end to the politics of cruelty. The problem is not that his ideas are extreme, it's that they're popular. And that scares the hell out of everyone who profits from the way things are. And when billionaires and party machines and media pundits suddenly link arms to oppose a single candidate, you should pay attention. When big money and institutional power devote themselves to ensuring one man's defeat, that should send chills down the spine of every American. Because what they fear isn't him, it's what he represents. Whether they say it on TV or not, Mamdani's platform is the future of the Democratic Party and of the nation itself. For decades, the ruling class has sold the illusion of stability, that if you work hard enough, you'll be fine. But now, even the people who believe that myth are watching it collapse. The wage gap to inflation is rising into sectors that were once shielded from the storm. Nurses and teachers and skilled laborers, electricians, paramedics, the backbone of the country, are burning out while their paychecks shrink in real time. We are becoming a nation where work no longer guarantees survival, and yet the conversation from those in power never changes. They still talk about personal responsibility and bootstraps while standing on the necks of the people who make their comfort possible. That's why affordability has become the new language of protest. When the cost of living devours the dignity of living, people start to question not their worth, but the system that told them their worth would save them. The people at the top have forgotten what struggle feels like. Or maybe they've convinced themselves that they never felt it at all. They call themselves self-made and lecture everyone else about hard work, but their empires were built on public roads and public schools and public bailouts and generations of cheap labor. They look down from those penthouse balconies and convince themselves that those below just didn't hustle enough. They see poverty as a choice because to admit it's a condition would force them to see their own reflection in it. And somewhere along the way, they made compassion a sin. So for everyone screaming about handouts and free money, let's be honest about the math of it. The average SNAP benefit for a household in this country, not an individual, a household, is less than $350 a month. It's about $11 a day to feed an entire family. So that's not luxury. That's barely survival. Yet people talk about it as if it's some government jackpot, as if mothers are out here living the high life on food stamps. And those same people, drowning in credit card debt and car payments and mortgages they'll never own, still look down on the poor as if they're some different species. They don't see that if you don't own what you have outright, you're not rich. You're just borrowing your place in line. It's just a shinier version of poverty, one with an interest rate. And along the way, America decided that help should come with humiliation. That if you need assistance, you must also surrender your dignity. So we police grocery carts and we count the Oreos and we mock the mother who buys cupcakes for her kid's birthday. We shake our heads if someone on Snap dares to get their nails done or buys a Coke or looks like they're enjoying their life at all, because the poor are supposed to look poor so everyone else can feel secure in knowing who's beneath them. And 42 million families are living under that microscope today. 42 million families who never wanted to be a part of this conversation, whose lives are being dissected by people who have never missed a meal. Poverty is not glamorous, I assure you. It's not a choice. It's the last option left after every other door has been shut and locked. The better thing to do, the decent thing, for those not living in it, is to shut the hell up and quietly eat your own Oreos, grateful that we live in a place that allows others to do the same. Because in the end, this is what the Mandami campaign is really about. The radical idea that people deserve joy, not judgment. That public policy should protect humanity, not perform cruelty. That working people deserve not just to survive, but to celebrate occasionally. A mother buying cupcakes with her EBT card isn't wasting your tax dollars. She's teaching her child that life is still worth living, worth celebrating once in a while. That even in a country that treats poverty like crime, love still finds a way to be sweet sometimes. That scares the hell out of the powerful more than any policy ever could. Because it means they haven't won. It means the human spirit still flickers somewhere beneath all the greed and the noise. So yes, it's election day in America. And the choice before us isn't just between candidates, it's between the politics of service and the politics of shame, between a government that punishes the poor and one that dares to lift them, between a nation run by power and a nation rebuilt by compassion. Zoran Mamdani stands at that fault line, but not as a saint, as a symbol. Proof that decency still terrifies the powerful. And everyone out there that is balancing bills and clipping coupons, working double shifts and paying with SNAP, and still finding a way to buy a birthday cake, know this: you are not the problem. You are proof that the system is failing you. The rest of us could all stand to learn something from your courage, and maybe, just maybe, stop talking and listen long enough to remember what it means to be human. Because at the end of the day, in this ever-deepening pool of chaos and tragedy, everyone deserves some goddamn cupcakes. Defiance till death.